Hi, and thank you for joining me for this video. So today we're taking a closer look at Decathlon's Quechua 2 Seconds Easy Fresh Awning. Now this awning is compatible with Decathlon's Quechua 2 Seconds Easy 2 and 3 person tent. Now in this video today, to demonstrate this awning, I'm going to be using Decathlon's Quechua 2 Seconds Easy Fresh and Black 2 person tent. Now if you are interested in this tent, in my previous video I did have a good look at all the specs on this tent, so definitely go and watch that video. Now when it comes to the price of this awning, currently here in the UK this awning sells for £64.99. Now everything you get comes in this really well-made drawstring storage bag. It also has a handle at the top, so it makes it easy to carry, and it does have a couple of compression straps to keep everything nice and tight. You do have a little bit of information on the awning on the front of the storage bag. Now when it comes to the size of the storage bag, the length comes in at around 58 centimeters and the width comes in at around 14 centimeters. Now when it comes to the packed weight, so this storage bag with everything you get inside comes in at 2.95 kilograms. Right, let's open up the storage bag, get everything out so we can have a look at what we get. When you've taken everything out of your storage bag, if you turn your storage bag inside out, you will have a leaflet on the inside. It's actually sewn to the bag, so you won't lose it. This leaflet will then tell you what you should have inside the storage bag. It will also then give you some instructions on how to connect your awning to your tent. On the reverse of the leaflet, it then gives you a few more instructions on how to disconnect your awning from the tent. On the reverse side of your storage bag, you do have a couple of storage pockets, and in one you do get some shepherd hook ground pegs, and in the other you get some guy lines. You then get your awning itself, which is rolled and tied up, and then you get one fiberglass pole. Right, let's have a look at connecting this to your tent. So when it comes to connecting this awning to your tent, I'm not actually going to give you an in-depth demonstration on how to do it, because Decathlon have their own video on how to connect this awning to your tent. They also have a video where they show you how to disconnect the awning and then pack it away. And these two videos are by far the best videos on YouTube on demonstrating this awning and how to connect it and then disconnect it. So what I will do is I will put a link to both of those videos in the description below. So when it comes to connecting this awning, first of all, what you do is you open your outer door and your inner door of your tent fully. You then lay your awning completely out over the ground. You will then notice on the corners of your awning, you get a couple of these orange little hooks. These will then hook over the corners of the loops to your tent where your ground pegs go in. You then put your fiberglass pole together, you connect it together, and then that just slides straight through a pole sleeve all the way around and down to the other side of the awning. You'll then notice each side of the awning, they've got these little pockets where the pole just slide into. You then on your awning have a couple of these straps each side. Now on these straps you will notice they have these tags. One of the tags has 2 people on and the other tag has 3 people on, and that's there because these straps can be adjusted to according to what tent you're using, whether you're using a 2 or a 3 person tent. All you then have to do is get these straps, pull them right over the top of your tent. That will then in turn pull the outer of your awning over the tent. And then all you have to do is adjust your straps at the back, put in some ground pegs, and that's pretty much done at the back. All that's left to do then is put a couple of ground pegs into the corners of the awning, and then you can connect a couple of guy lines to the outer of the awning for some extra stability. So that's basically it. Nice and easy. Definitely not rocket science, but as I say, go and watch the 2 videos that Decathlon have, and they will be in the description. Click on those links and you can watch those videos and you will soon see just how easy it is. But let me put this up now so you can see how easy it is. So as you can see, that's the awning all set up. It looks really, really nice. You do get obviously your front door to the awning, but each side of the front door you do get a couple of windows which can be covered over on the inside, but we'll have a look at that in a minute. As you can also see, the awning goes over near enough all of the top of the tent, and then it just comes over a little bit over the back of the tent, and then the straps come down the back and then are just pegged down. When it comes to the outer fabric of this awning, it's made from a PU coated polyester. It also has a hydrostatic head rating of 2000 millimeters. Now Decathlon do test all their stuff. Now with regards to this awning, it was tested under 200 litres of water over the course of an hour, and then over the course of a further 3 hours. I have to say, all the Decathlon stuff that I've ever purchased, I've never had any issues with the waterproofing. This awning is also double stitched and tape sealed, so it really is waterproof. It has also been tested in the wind up to 25 miles per hour. Now, when it comes to the color of this awning, it's classed as 3 colors. It's classed as an ultra white, a teal blue, and an ash blue, and it just comes in these colors. Now, the ultra white is designed to reflect the sun away and help keep inside the awning nice and cool. Now, when it comes to the outer door, you can actually unzip the door either from the left or the right, and then you can roll back and toggle the outer door either from right to left or left to right. I'm just going to quickly undo this side because I just wanted to show you on the inside of the door you do get this silver kind of alloy colored covering, and that is designed to reflect the sun and also help protect you from UV rays. Right, I'm going to roll this door completely back so we can then have a good look inside this awning. When it comes to the internal measurements of this awning, the narrowest point is here right at the entrance to the awning, and that comes in at 150 centimeters. The widest point of the awning is right at the back, just before you get into your tent, and that comes in at 225 centimeters. The width of the awning from the outer door right up to just before you get into your tent comes in at 155 centimeters, and then the internal height from the ground right up to the ceiling comes in at 125 centimeters. When it comes to inside the awning, starting with the footprint of the awning, which is already attached to the awning, this is made from a PU coated polyester, and it has a hydrostatic head rating of 2400 millimeters. You then get a total of 4 storage pockets in your awning. You get 2 one side and then you get 2 the other. You also get 2 windows which are covered up with a little bit of material, and they held up with a bit of Velcro. Just drop that bit of material down and you've got 1 window that side, and then you've got exactly the same on the other side. And then on both sides you do have a little opening right at the top here which leads to outside, which is just going to aid with airflow, and then you will get another one the other side. And then lastly, on the ceiling here you do get a line where you can hang a bit of damp washing, or you can hang your camping lamp. So when it comes to my final thoughts on this awning, I absolutely love it. And I think if you're going to buy one of the tents that are compatible with this awning, I would definitely be investing in this awning. It gives you the extra room for storage. It gives you room to cook in. It gives you room to sit in. And especially when the weather's really bad, you can sit outside your tent and have that extra room. I love these 2 Seconds Easy sort of fresh and black tents that Decathlon sell, and they are decent sized tents, but you know, they don't have a big vestibule on them. So you know, if you are stuck inside your tent when the weather is really bad, you can get a bit fed up sitting in there. But if you've got this awning, it just gives you a nice bit of extra room. So yeah, definitely get one of these awnings. I like the fact that you've got some storage pockets in here. You've got a couple of windows each side. You've got a couple of little openings at the top here, which are acting as sort of air vents, which is going to help circulate a nice little bit of air. The ultra white is going to keep it nice and cool in the summertime. The silver alloy, which is on the inside of the door and actually runs slightly down the bottom as well of the awning, that's going to help sort of reflect the sun and protect you from UV rays. You get a nice footprint with it, which is more than waterproof. I did mention you get a line up here, so you can hang what you like up there, but a lot of people, if they've been in the rain and they've got some damp socks or something like that, it's easy just to hang those on there. Now, I didn't mention earlier when I had a good look around inside this awning, but right at the top here, and I do apologize, I missed it, there is actually a lamp hook. So that's always handy. So yeah, I highly recommend it. Definitely a must buy. Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. Nice big entrance as well. And as I said, you can open the door either side. And because you've got two zips as well, when this is completely done up, you can just actually open the top part of the door, and the top bit of the outer door will drop down, so you can actually look outside without even opening up the whole door. So that's another bonus. But all in all, yeah, very happy with this. Looking forward to using this. I know a few of my subscribers have got this awning and they absolutely love it. Also looking at a lot of reviews, people have all said the same thing, that it's definitely worth the investment. The other thing I like with this awning, you do get a 5-year warranty from Decathlon, so that's always good. They also have what I call a spare and repair service. So if you needed a spare part, you can just go to Decathlon and pick one up, or you can take it in if it does need repairing. But other than that, that's the awning. You know, obviously when it came to the setup, it was really, really easy. Now I have briefly shown you how to set it up, but Decathlon do have their own videos on how to set this awning up correctly and then take it down. So if you're still not sure after what I've shown you, you can go and watch those videos. I will put a link to those videos in the description below. But other than that, that's about it. Oh, one other thing to mention, you do get a couple of more guy lines, which I actually haven't attached to the outer of this awning, just so I can move around it and show you. But you can actually put a couple more guy lines on this awning to keep it nice and secure. But honestly, it is very stable. It's very secure. It's a lot more secure than perhaps it might look. I don't know what it looks like on camera, but it's really nice, especially with the height in here. I know I'm sat on the floor, but even if you had a small fold-up chair, you could sit in here comfortably, because with the height of being 125 centimeters, I believe, it's really more than high enough, the ceiling, for most people. But that's the awning. Tell me what you think about this awning. But also, on that note, if you've enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. It really does help the channel. Also, if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, and also don't forget to turn on the notification bell, because that will then notify you every time I upload a new video. But until next time, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.